Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is about having a positive mindset and keeping a positive mindset to attract positive things to you in your life. Now, I've been called to talk to you by Spirit, and so there must be a message in this somewhere for you. But this is about keeping a positive mindset. And how we got to keep our positive mindset is to remove all these negative thoughts that are coming in your head. All these negative thoughts about I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, or I can't do that, I'm not good enough, or that person doesn't like me, or all these negative emotions, negative thoughts constantly coming into your mind. We need to remove those. And we need to think in a positive way. Now, I thought when I started this that this was going to be quite impossible because, your ego takes over. You're this thing here. I call it a thing because it's something that you really don't want in your life. It's this thing that's constantly bombarding your head with negative emotions and negative thoughts all the time. And it's something you need to remove from your head because it's something that drags you down. And you got to keep it a positive mindset by constantly affirming to yourself that saying positive affirmations to yourself, like I am great, I am amazing, I am loved by other people. And if you say these constantly to yourself, then every day you're going to start thinking more positively, and it trains your brain to think in a more positive way. And this is what we've got to do. We've got to try and train the brain to think in a positive way. At the moment, if you're thinking negative all the time and you're miserable and you're sad and whatever, it's because your brain is constantly giving you negative thoughts, negative emotions, and your brain's got used to it. We need to get rid of this. We need to remove this. We need to retrain your brain to think in a positive way. Now, I thought this was not going to be possible, but it is possible because I've done it myself. I've gone from a state of being in the negative emotions, negative thinking, and then I've turned full circle to being happy, jolly, and wonderful. And it's all about training your mind. It's also about detaching this thing that is constantly bombarding your mind with negative emotions. This ego. It's a survival thing. Your brain is got this logic center here, this ego logic center thing that is constantly bombarding your mind with what ifs. Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? And programming your mind and saying all these negative things. Oh, don't do that because this will happen and it have a negative effect and whatever. It's a survival mechanism. It's so you don't do stupid things that's going to end up getting you killed. So, but in the modern day, most people are sensible enough to not have this thing bombarding your head constantly. And if you do let it bombard your head constantly, it does bring you down and brings you negative emotions. And so we need to retrain your brain to think positively and detach this thing and just say, no. Like one time, my brain was constantly bombarding me with negative emotions, negative thoughts. And it was constantly saying all these negative things over and over again. And I was like, no, enough is enough. Shut up. And that might be quite aggressive, but the idea is like, no, I will not listen to you anymore. I'm not listening to you. You are not important, and I'm not listening to you anymore. So shut up and let me get on with my life. And it's better that way, because you try and detach this thing. We're not listening to that. No, I'm not listening to you. I want to think positively. I'm not listening to you. I want to think positively. And try and shut it out. Shut that thing out and concentrate on your mind and focusing positively. And another way of doing this is to clear and calm your mind. And this is a really good meditation which you can do, which really does calm the mind, and it centers the mind, calms it, and brings you into a state of peace and zen. And once you're in this state of zen, you can search yourself with positive affirmations, and this will train your brain because it will silence this little thing that you don't want, and it will allow your brain to be free from that thing and to state positive emotions and bring positive energy into your life. Because what we want to do really is to raise our vibrations up to a positive way. So another thing you can think about is that you have a scale, like a thermometer. And down the bottom of this thermometer thing, you have your negative emotions, your anger, your jealousy, your rage, your hatred, saying horrible comments and things about other people, talking behind their back. It's all this negative things. It's low vibrational energy, which we don't want. And you'll certainly know when you speak to a low vibrational person, because they will be angry, they will be nasty, they won't respect your personal boundaries, they won't respect you as a person, and that's someone who's in low vibrational energy. And now, do you want to be that sort of person? No, you don't. You want to be a high vibrational person, someone who's happy, jolly, and loves life. That's what you want, and that's what you need. So we need to get out of this area down here, this negative emotions, and we need to rise up the thermometer, to raise our vibrations up higher enough to get into a state of love, happiness, and joy. And what you can imagine is this thermometer is like you close your eyes and kind of imagine yourself rising up. And as you're moving up this thermometer, moving up this level, you're stamping down on the negative emotions, saying no, 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 stamp, 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 rise your vibrations up. And we're raising our vibrations up, we're raising our vibrations up, raising our vibrations up, and you're just imagining yourself rising up to the top of this thermometer, up to the top. We're just raising our vibrations. And it's just about that. It's just about thinking and thought to just raise your vibrations, change your attitude. And we want to get into a higher vibrational energy. We don't want to be in a lower vibrational energy. Doesn't mean you have to stay constantly at high vibrational energy. That takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy to stay really high up there. But maybe you fluctuate in the middle, but you don't want to come down. Once you get into that negative emotions, you don't want to be that kind of person. You want to be someone who fluctuates between the two, or stays high towards the higher vibrational energies, because you'll be happy and more joyful. And you need to constantly say to yourself positive affirmations. It doesn't take much effort. It doesn't take much effort at all. Like, I wrote out a list of positive affirmations. I have positive affirmation cards, which I don't really use, but the positive affirmations are written down. I am great, I am amazing, I am strong, I am confident, I am. Use that, because it programs your mind to recognize that as a truth, because your brain can't tell the difference between what is fiction and non-fiction, like that sort of thing. So your brain, it can't tell the difference. So you say, I am great, I am amazing, I am loved. If you say anything like, oh, I hate this, I hate that, the H word is one to avoid. Avoid using the H word, because that is a low vibrational word, and it will train your brain to think negatively. So we do not use the H word, which is hate. We do not use hate. We don't use hatred. Because you're saying I, and then you're saying a negative thing, which then is a negative message in your mind. So I am, followed by a positive affirmation, will train your brain to think more positively. So that is how to train yourself to be more positive. Constantly say positive affirmations, and then we're going to do this little meditation at the end of the video to calm the mind. And this is going to bring you into a much more state of high vibrational energy and a state of peace and calm. Detach that ego, that negative thing. We don't want this thing getting in the way. So try and detach that thing. Silence the negative part of your brain. Silence that. Try and silence it as much as you can. Say to yourself every day positive affirmations, and bring your mind into a state of calmness and peace, and say the positive affirmations, and try and keep yourself higher vibrational. It might be difficult for some, but it's worth the effort. If you put the effort in, you'll be a happy, jolly person, and you will feel a lot better, and you'll attract better things towards you. You can't attract positive things to you when you're in a state of negativity. So you need to try and raise your vibrations up. And you might be thinking to yourself, This sounds hard, this sounds difficult, this sounds impossible. It is not. I have done it myself, and you can do it yourself too. So, let's start this meditation, okay? So I'm going to start off by taking a deep breath in and out. It's important to hold your breath because that triggers your brain into a state of meditation. Okay, so breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to close our eyes now, and we're going to say to ourselves, let's calm the mind. Let's bring your focus into the center of your head. This is where your third eye is. And this is where we're going to calm your mind. So, relax and say to yourself, let's calm the mind. Clear all thoughts that are coming in. Detach that ego that we're talking about. All these thoughts that are coming in, just let them wash away, because we're focusing on calming the mind. We need to calm the mind. I need to keep saying to ourselves, I want to calm the mind. Imagine a white area in your mind's eye. You're standing in a white room with nothing else, no interference. And we're just with ourselves, saying with the intention that we want to calm the mind. We want to calm the mind. We want to calm the mind. Remove anything that's coming in. It's not important. All that is important now is that we are calming our mind. We're bringing our thoughts and our attention completely to our mind, to that white space, and to this moment where we are feeling totally calm, where we are calming the mind, calming the mind, calming the mind, bringing ourselves into a pure state of relaxation as we calm the mind, calm the mind, calm the mind. And now we bring ourselves into a state of inner peace and inner joy. And from this state of which, when we are totally at peace and totally calm, can we say to ourselves, I am great. I am amazing. I can do anything I put my mind to. I am love. I am loved. I am confident. I am strong. I have the power to take on the world. I can do anything that I put my mind to. I am strong. I am powerful. I am loved. And once you say all these positive affirmations and that your mind is at peace, you bring your awareness back into the world. Open your eyes, and we're back in the room, and hopefully you feel a lot more calmer and a lot more peaceful. And if it didn't work for you, then you need to keep trying it. Like, it doesn't take any effort. Like, I sit on the bus and go, close my eyes, bring myself into a moment of peace, and I try to calm my mind. And the more you try it and the more you do it, the easier it will become. Like for me, I was like closing my eyes, calming the mind, like I was there straight away. Like, and that can be you as well. It might take a bit of practice, but you just need to get into that state where you're bringing your mind and you're calming it, because this thing is going to constantly try and bring you down. This thing that is attaching to your head, that's constantly trying to bring you down, that will constantly feeding your mind, with negative emotions and negative thoughts. You need to remove that by calming your mind. And calming your mind, bring into a state of zen and peace, where this thing is silent and you can live your life in peace. Because I was thinking one day that I'm having a war with my own head. I'm having a war with myself, and I think that's a bit stupid. Having a war with your own self is just stupid. Like, I want to live a happy life. Why am I fighting with my own head? It's like, so try and think about this thing and just say no. Remove it. Because it's not important. What's important is that you are happy, that you are living a happy life, and you're living in a state of a higher vibrational energy. Because once you're in a state of higher vibrational energy, you can attract love to you, money, opportunities, work, all these wonderful things that you want to manifest into your life. You can do it only if you're in a state of higher vibrational energy, or a higher vibrational energy. You can't do it from a low vibrational energy. So until you put the effort in to raise your vibrations up, to put your efforts in to working on yourself, to try and make yourself a better person, and you need to try and work on thinking in a positive way and being in a mindset of positive thinking, only then can you attract good things to you. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. It's the law of attraction. If you're in a lower vibrational energy, you only attract bad things. If you're in a higher vibrational energy, you will attract good things. So it doesn't take much effort. It might sound difficult to you, because I've watched videos where people have said the exact same thing as I have, and I was like, that sounds so hard, but it's not hard. Take little steps each day. It might take a while, but take little steps each day to try and make yourself a better person. And it will work. And you will become a happier, more joyful person. I can guarantee it if you follow those steps, because that's what we need to get you into a state of higher vibrational energy. And you're going to be a happier person. Because, I had like depression, and I was sad and in a really miserable state. And I've risen myself up to being someone who's happy, joyful. I'm attracting beautiful things towards me, friends and happy times, and people admiring my work and saying how good I am, and it's like everything's happier and more joyful. And and I'm attracting things towards me that are in more positive light, and things are aligning for me with the universe. So try and get yourself into a more positive state, because I was in that low state, and now I'm in this high state, and it will really bring in good benefits for you, and it'll make you feel better as well, and make you feel happy as well. So this video was for somebody. So if you watch this video to the end, well done. Thank you for watching. And this was a message for you. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that you can get some good motivational skills to improve your life and make it a better one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.